You are welcome to Module 2. Why should you start investing? The major reason why you should start investing is because of financial freedom. Everybody intends to get to that place where you will be financially free in life, where you need not to work again, and you only work because it is a choice, not because you have to work in order to have your needs met. That is a major reason for financial freedom. By the time we get into the concept of cash flow quadrant now, you understand the reason why you should start investing, no matter the level in which you are, maybe in your career or in your business. So let's quickly jump into it. The cash flow quadrant was conceptualized by the finance guru by himself, which is Korede Alayaki. What explains with this is a need for financial freedom. Looking at your left hand, you could see E and S. E simply stands for what? E simply stands for employee, which means you have a job, and majorly the earning of an employee is job security, and for those who are also building a career. In this quadrant, what people earn is salary. So which means they have to go to work, they have to be in their workplace in order to earn salary, or whether it is wages. So if they don't go to work, if they are not present at their workplace, there is no salary, or probably they even lose their job, then what happens? There is no cash. Money stops coming in, which means this requires their time, their efforts, and their energy. They need their time, effort, and energy in order to make money. So if you are an employee, you need to find a way, in such a way that you can still make money without it requiring your time, effort, and energy. You need a way, you need a source of income that is not dependent on your time, that is not dependent on your energy, or that is not dependent on your efforts. So which means it is good to start out as an employee. But the matter is, as you are on the left side of the quadrant, be looking at the right side of the quadrant, because it is at the right side of the quadrant that you can get to, or you can put in your money, and eventually, even if your job stops today, or you retire today, you still have a solid backup that your living expenses will be taken care of. So that is the reason why you should be eyeing the right side of the quadrant while you are still an employee. Now the next one, the S, is self-employed. The self-employed at times looks as if they own a business, but in the real fact they don't own a business. It's the job. For instance, a fashion designer who sews herself, a medical doctor who owns a practice, who owns a clinic, and is the one to attend to patients. Without he being there, the patients are not coming. So the business is centered around him. This business is centered around the fashion designer or the furniture man. So which means the supposed business, we call them self-employed or small business owner. Major earning of self-employed or small business owner is independence. They want to be independent. They want their money to be dependent on their efforts, on what they do. They don't want to be controlled by anybody. They want their time to be controlled by them and not by a superior. So that's why they move from the employee quadrant to the self-employed or the small business owner quadrant. Now, the major issue with this is that the small business still requires their time, effort, and energy. Without them, the business cannot run. And the simple litmus test to know whether you are a self-employed person or a small business owner, as compared to the big side, which we call the business owner, is that can you leave your business, the small business, for 100 days and you are sure that nothing will happen to the business? That the business will grow even in your absence? Can the business run without you? If it is not there, if it is not, then you are still in the self-employed quadrant, which means the business still relies on your time, effort, and energy. So you need to find a way where the money you are making is not reliant on time, effort, and energy, not hinged upon your time, effort, and energy. So that's why you need to think about the right side. Why? Because the small business relies on the skills, the expertise, the time, the energy of the business owner, of the self-employed person. So that's why you need to think about the right quadrant. And what is the right quadrant? What is the B in the right quadrant? It means business owner. Business owner. A business owner, the major difference between a business owner and a self-employed person is that a business owner, a big business owner, can leave his business for at least a minimum of 100 days and the business will be fine. The business will do well. Imagine the banks that we have. These banks, for instance, Zenith Bank, First Bank, GT, they started as a limited liability company before they went public. And they built the business in such a way that the business could run without the owners. Imagine they having branches. So which means the business is not reliant on them, on their effort, skills, or their energy. They have built a system. So they have a system that works for them. So whether they are in that business or not, the business runs well. So that is the major difference between big business owner and the S, which is small business owner on the left side of the quadrants. So a big business owner has a system. It is automated. The branches will run by themselves. Then we have the last one, which is the high, the investor. At this point, money works for him. It is this point. If you look at the left side of the quadrant, we talk about financial stability. What you use this left side of the quadrant to achieve is called financial stability. You are stable financially. But if you want to be financially free, you have to think of transiting to the right side, which means investing. And when we talk about big business owner, which means you may not start a business where you can build system because it requires a lot of skill putting up a system. So you can choose to own a part of a business, which you are going to be discussing in this course. Owning the fraction of a business, you can own a fraction of Zenith Bank, you can own a fraction of Dangote Cement, you can own a fraction of MTN. You have become a business owner and at the same time you are an investor. You are an investor. Your money is working for you in that business. So as you are making money as an employee or as a self-employed person or as a small business owner, be setting apart a portion which is going to come to the right quadrant, to the right side of the quadrant, which is the I side. So it is not a crime, or as it is paraded in some quarters that your job is a bondage. It is not a job, it is not a bondage if you know what you are doing. The matter is, don't be stuck in that job. Look for ways to transit to the I side of the quadrant, and that's why it is imperative you watch this course to the end. I hope that with this I've been able to explain in detail the reason why you should consider starting investing in shares and stocks. So in the next video we're going to move to module 3. We'll be discussing the investments quadrants. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release a new video. So this channel will talk about finance, investments and business. So we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.